I've moved back to the suburbs. That's what I've done. That's my big life change. No kids, no marriage. I just live back in the suburbs. That was my big whole thing. And I thought I was gonna do great. Because it's weird. Like, I mean, suburbs not what you hear a super cool guy talk about. But no, I thought, my reasoning was like, I'm from the suburbs, and it's like, okay, yeah, maybe it's just, middle age. It's okay. It's okay to like cool down and stop trying to die every night. But I'm from a town called Addison, Illinois. That's where I'm from. It's outside of Chicago. It doesn't matter. It's the same suburb. Whatever suburb you're thinking of, that's the one. They're not different. They're not different. But mine has a 31 flavor. Nope. They're all the same one. They're all, it's everywhere. Is it a poorly marked exit across 9 lanes of highway that you gotta just cut off, semi-trucks? Like, God damn it! Get on some cloverleaf that just plops you out right between a TGI Fridays and a Chili's. Yeah, that's the one. There's always a family in the parking lot between those 2 restaurants confused. Yeah, every time. It's always just the dad. He's always just like... What? Yeah, I know, but which one's got that prolapsed onion thing I like so much? All of them, Daryl, only the sauce is different. Okay. So, yeah, that's the one. My parents still live there. My parents are still in the same house I grew up in. I guarantee you, they're in that house right now at this very moment. Just both in separate rooms, 3 televisions, all playing HGTV at different volumes, just to fill in the void where conversation used to live. Just Property Brothers, echoing like the national anthem in a baseball stadium. Have you thought about a French drain? French drain. They're great. They're there. They're just old and crazy. Parents are. Both there. I still love them. I still talk to them, but it's it gets tough. My mom. How do we say this? Verbose is not a long enough word to describe how my mother abuses the privilege of conversation. Is that too mean? Let's put it this way. The woman tells a story the same way a Rube Goldberg machine cracks an egg into a frying pan. Does that make more sense? Oh, you're gonna get that omelet, but you're gonna take a lot of unnecessary twists and turns to get there. What's that? An example? You got it, Minneapolis. Sometimes you gotta grease it. I called her up. When I call her, I know that I've made the first mistake. So I clear my schedule, I get snacks and waters around me, and I'm like, all right, here we go. Time to hit the space station. You just get your necessities around you and strap in. And I called her up. And I started optimistically. I'm gonna start with good energy. And I call her, and I was like, okay. I'm like, hey, Ma. That's how I started. Hey, Ma. Good energy. And that's how I called. She answered the phone, heard me go, hey, Ma. And then her response, she just goes, ugh. Right there, I was like, I do not have enough snacks. We are not gonna make it around the moon on this one. She goes, as if she's just been preparing for this, she goes, ugh, Kyle. She goes, do you know the game Words from Friends? Now, I know that game's called Words with Friends, but I don't want to correct her. That's going to add time on the clock. That's what we're trying to avoid. All right? Talking to my mom, it's improv rules. Yes, and. You just got to agree and push forward. It's the only way. Anything said is the truth, and that's the reality now. So you just accept and move forward. Words from friend, I'm like, yeah, Mom, it's like Scrabble. She goes, Kyle, it's like Scrabble. Then she spent the next 20 minutes describing the game of Scrabble to me. That's a game that we've played together. I blacked out. I came to, I don't know how much longer later. The house smelled delicious. I think I made a frittata. I'm not sure. I came to when she was reaching what she knew was the logical conclusion of her introduction. This was the finish line for her all along. She goes, so anyway, Liz had to have 3 feet of her lower intestine removed. How she got there? From fucking phone Scrabble? I have no idea. And I'll never know. If you have an idea, hit me up. You know what? Give it to the kids. They're imaginative. If you're a teacher, even just a parent, just try. Hey, creative writing exercise today, kids. Take out a pen and paper. We're gonna try something different, all right? We're gonna start here, all right? Words from friends. What? Nope. I know it's wrong. Work it into the piece. We're starting here. Now we want to land here at intestinal removal. That's where we're going to end. And if you can get there in 5,000 words or less, a Pulitzer Prize. Probably, I don't know. At least a full ride to a state school. I can't. I've had this shit up on the bulletin board for weeks. This is like some Goodwill Hunting type shit. I have no idea. But good on her for having it make sense, you know? I think that's why their relationship works, is because, like, my dad is the complete opposite. My dad will say something meaningful once every 3 to 5 years. That's when he's like, you know what? I will chime in. That's about it. Remember what's up? I stay over there when I'm back in town most of the times, and I woke up in the morning and I was making a cup of coffee for myself, and I put cream and sugar in that coffee because that's how I thought I liked coffee. My dad just appeared next to me, just fully dressed, tucked in. Like, what are you doing? You own this house and you don't work. Calm down. He's just looking at what I had done to the coffee, and he's just looking at it for a while, and then just after a minute, he finally just looks at me, gestures to the coffee, and just says, why don't you put a dress on it? I've drank black coffee since that day. Do I like it? Not at all. No, but Daddy's love. Oh, that's not an ulcer. That's just Pat Kinane letting me know he thinks about me. We don't say I love you. We just bleed out into each other's stomachs. That's how you know. That's how you know. In spite of him saying that, he's not like a macho guy. I appreciate that. He's not like a macho dude. They're just both, they're Midwest. They're stuck in their ways. You know how it is. You got parents, older relatives, like, this is how we do it. Yeah, but it's better this way. Oh, change is the devil. So we got to do it this way. Like my dad will still have a steak with a glass of milk. Yeah. Are you trying to put it back together inside of you? What's... Some sort of culinary ship in a bottle you're trying to build down there? Hey, I got an idea. Let's get your old racing leathers on. You can cosplay the whole fucking thing. How about that? One of the times I was back home, and I was going out to eat with some friends. We were going out to a vegetarian restaurant. I'm vegetarian, but technically I'm pescatarian. But, well, you don't have to say that unless you want to get rid of all your friends. It's really such an efficient way to cull the herd. We're all thinking about going out to eat. What does everybody want? Well, just remember, I'm a pescatarian. Shut the fuck up, Kyle. Nobody asked or cares. We just figured you'd stay home and lick the yard for whatever nutrients you need. Why don't you go dunk your hand in a fish tank and suck on that for the rest of the night? We were going out to this vegetarian restaurant, and I invited my dad to go. And he's not like macho about stuff. He'll go to things, and he was actually excited. He's like, "Oh, that's great! Yeah, I've never had vegetarian food." I'm like, "Yeah, you have." It's been right next to that steak the whole time. I took him to this vegetarian restaurant, and he ordered a veggie burger. Safe bet for somebody that's unfamiliar with it, because I could tell he's like, maybe it's meat. It won't be, but you know. It's a familiar term you went with, I understand. And so I ordered a veggie burger. I got to watch my father eat a veggie burger for the very first time. And maybe I don't have kids, so maybe this is what people talk about when you have kids. You get to watch them experience something new, and it rekindles like, oh, that's what like a new thing is like, and it's like exciting and endearing to watch. That's what I got watching my dad eat a veggie burger for the first time, and it was great to see him eat it because he did not like it, and that made it so much more entertaining to watch. Because I knew he was going to finish it. Midwest, you finish your food. It's rude if you don't. I don't care if you don't like it. You clean plate. You clean your plate. So I watched that man just reluctantly fight through a veggie burger. Now, he wasn't going to speak up about it. He just fought. It was weird, too, because he wouldn't use his teeth. I don't know why. He has teeth. They weren't, like, just on the table. But he wouldn't, but I could tell in his head, like, teeth for flesh. This ain't flesh. So he was only using his lips and his tongue, which was a very odd choice. The best way I could describe watching my dad eat a veggie burger is probably like watching a gay guy reluctantly go down on a woman. Just because that's the corner of the orgy he was stuck in when everything popped off. Because orgies are vicinity based. It's like musical chairs, when the guy with the starter pistol says go, you just gotta get to what's next to you. Orgy, they're always like in a house in a cul-de-sac, and it was always the husband's ideas, but they're nervous. Everybody's oiled up and nude, but the husbands are by the hors d'oeuvre table, second guessing their plan, just trying to get half-mast, making more eye contact with their neighbors than they've ever made in their life. Like, sports, right? Sports, actually, yeah, sports. What is that, hummus? I saw yours, I'm sorry. I guess you could look at mine. Shit, this is weird. Why'd we decide to do this? And all the wives are on this side of the room, with the one gay couple that moved to town, because that's who's gonna talk them through it. They're like, all right, ladies, listen, this can be a very enriching and rewarding experience. It's nerve-wracking at first. Have a Xanny, have a champagne. We're gonna get through this together. This could actually open up so many more possibilities for you and your partner. Now, if there are insecurities, those will come out and your relationships may suffer. Diane, oof. But for the most part, this could just be an enriching, it could really be a growing experience for you and your partner. And that's when a guy with a referee jersey and a green NASCAR flag comes in like, and you're off! And then, because everybody's been separated, it's where the gay guys are just surrounded by oiled up naked women going, all right, shit, ladies, just hold still. We got to munch through these boxes to get to that dick. So just hold still. And that's how I watched my dad eat a veggie burger. And so I think what your main takeaway right now is I don't think Kyle's ever been in an orgy. No, I have not. I most certainly have not. But and it's weird that that's where I jumped to, watching my dad just. How you doing there, buddy? It's just a lot mushier than I thought it was gonna be. Yeah, the videos aren't gonna get you ready. What is that, a bean? If you're doing it right, yeah, if you're doing it right. It's fine. We're fine. Everybody's fine.